Indeed, we have seen preparation of balance sheet according to Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. So we will continue. So we will do the second problem. Okay. So here you look at on 1st April 2013, Jumbo Limited issued 10,000 12% debentures of rupees 100 each. Okay. So first you have to make notes to accounts. So Jumbo Limited issued 10,000 12% debentures of rupees 100 each at a discount of 20 percentage. So here debenture also there. Anjo Sharathil, turn on your video. The issue of debenture also there. Then discount on issue of debenture also there. Okay. Issue of debenture, then discount on issue of debenture. Then one more item. It is redeemable after 5 years. So redeemable after 5 years. The company decided to write off the discount on issue of such debenture over the lifetime of debenture. So discount on issue of debenture. What do you by discount on issue of debenture? Face value is 10 rupee. So for purchasing one share, you have to give 10 rupee. So but we issued at a price less than the face value. We issue at a price less than the face value. So 2 is the discount. In company point of view, it is a loss. Company point of view, it is a loss. So we decided to write off. We decided to write off the discount on issue of debenture. That too we are writing off. Example I am telling 2 is the discount. So we are decided to write off the discount. So in issue of debenture. So seventh chapter, issue and redemption of debenture. There we will study discount on issue of debenture, how to write off. So now you have to remember this is a fixed installment method. We are repaying the debenture after 5 years. So what you have to do? Discount you have to calculate amount. Discount on issue of debenture divided by 5. So that amount will be discount on issue of debenture written off. So till now we didn't study that which one. Discount on issue of debenture, we know that is a reserve and surplus minus item. Okay, reserve and surplus minus item. Discount on issue of debenture preliminary expenses. Discount on issue of debenture written off. If it is a write-off the discount on issue of debenture, that it will come under other current assets. Okay, so we write that item. Okay, whenever we write, we wrote the other current assets. Under that, we have to write one more item: discount on issue of debentures written off. WRI, WTEN, or double F. Okay, so that is which one? Discount on issue of debentures written off. It will come other current assets. So here debenture, discount on issue of debenture. Then which one? Discount on issue of debenture written off. 3 items are there. So first one, reserve and surplus. Reserve and surplus. Reserve and surplus. Under that only one item, discount on issue of debenture. Discount on issue of debenture. Discount on issue of debenture. How to calculate? So you have to look at how much is the total amount of debenture. Number of debenture is 10. So 10 into 100 is the face value. So we will get 10 lakh. This is the amount of debenture. total amount of debenture. Okay, we issued 10,000 debenture of rupees 100 each. So we will get 10 lakh. So that 10 lakh into here it is given discount is 20 percentage. Okay, so 10 lakh into 20 percentage. So 2 lakh. That is, we know that is minus item. Minus. Now, second one, long term borrowings. Long term borrowings. So that is 12% debentures. 12% debentures. Okay, so amount will be, we know that 10 lakh. Amount is 10 lakh. Next one, third one. Third one, other current assets. Other current assets. Other current assets. Here you have to write discount on issue of debentures written off. Here how to how to written off, how to, it is a loss only. We have to write off from. You have to write off, written off. So how to how we will write off? So 2 lakh is the amount of discount. 2 lakh. So amount of discount divided by uh, lifetime. Lifetime means when we are repayable. 5. Okay. So 2 lakh divided by 5. So 40,000. Okay. So now we will prepare the balance sheet. Here discount on issue of debenture, that is 2 lakh. The total amount into percentage. The long-term borrowing, 12% debenture. Other current assets, discount on issue of debenture written off. That amount of discount divided by lifetime. 40,000. Next year also we will write off 40,000. So within 5 years we will write off these full expenses. Sorry. So now no need to write 2 lakh. Here 1,60,000 only will come. So total amount of discount 2 lakh only, but this year we write off. We written off 40,000. Okay. So this year, how much is the which one discount on issue of debenture? That is 1,60,000. Not written off. That is only will come disturbance surplus. 1,60,000. Okay, next year it will be 1,20,000. The next year it will be that 1 lakh. Like that, within 5 years we can write off the whole discount on issue debenture. Okay, then we will prepare in the main format. Balance sheet of Jumbo Limited. As shown. Safety. This one. Equity and the liabilities. shareholders fund, share capital, reserves and surplus, 1,60,000. Next one, non-current liability, sorry, share application money pending allotment, share application money pending allotment. Third one, non-current liabilities. That long-term borrowings. Long-term borrowings. 10 lakh. So, suppose if they tell that the balance, then the balance amount will be, you can write under cash and cash equivalents. So now we got 8,40,000. Now let's write. So next, assets. Okay, equity and liabilities, shareholders fund, share capital nil, reserve and surplus one minus 1,60,000. Share application money pending allotment, nil non-current liability, long-term borrowings. Next, assets. Assets and non-current assets not there. Current assets. Under that, other current assets. $40,000. So if they tell that the balance, this one, balance, so you look at it here, you will get 8,40,000. 10 lakh minus, so 10 lakh minus discount, 8,40,000. Okay, 10 lakh minus. So here, if you tell the balance, then you can write cash and cash equivalents, balance amount. Otherwise, only you have to write cash equivalents. That amount only we get in cash, 8 lakh. Like 40%. Okay, so format of balance sheet is over. So already I said from this, normally they are asking major head and sub head only. Okay, so we will do before that. Next, I will teach the format of which one, revenue from operation. Okay, that is very easy. Format of revenue from operation, a statement of profit and loss. So this is the format. So this is the format of statement of profit and loss account. So you look at that. So no need to study everything. So you look at that. Revenue from operation, other income, total revenue, cost of material consumed, purchase of stock in trade, change in inventories, employee benefit expense, finance cost, depreciation. So here main I will tell you. So only you have to study same column, revenue from operation. So this you have to write. Revenue. Revenue from operation 1 lakh. Okay. Revenue from operation 1 lakh, add other income. Other income 50,000. So we will get total revenue. So the total income. Okay. Revenue, total revenue. Revenue from operation plus other income. Then you will get total revenue. Clear? Revenue from operation, add other income. Then you will get total revenue. Okay. So whenever we are writing the format, you have to know you have to study the format because we have no time. So revenue from operation, add other income. Then you will get total revenue. Then less expenses. Expenses means any other expenses. You know that the profit and loss account item, okay, trading and profit and loss account, all expenses. The mainly here it is given employee benefit expense, extra item, whatever you don't know, employee benefit expenses. Okay, employee benefit expenses. Employee benefit expenses. If you want, you can write what are the items down in the notes record. Employee benefit expenses. What are the items? Next page you write. Only one page is enough for writing the format. Next page you write working note. Employee benefit. So here no need of any working note. Note you write. What are the items? Salary and wages. Salary and wages. Employee benefit expenses. Salaries and wages. That is employee benefit expenses. Then contribution to PF, Provident Fund. So employee contribution only. Then expenses on employee stock option plan. Stock. Here are offering the shares to the employees. Option scheme. ESOP. Okay, employee stock purchasement, then staff welfare expenses. Staff welfare expenses. This is come under employee benefit expenses. Okay, salaries and wages, contribution to PF, employees on expenses on employee stock option scheme, ESOP, then employee stock purchase plan, employee stock purchase plan, employee stock purchase plan. For that purpose, we created a SPP. Okay, normally they used to give. So then also you have to remember salaries and wages, contribution to PF, expenses on employee stock option plan, staff welfare expenses, employee stock purchase plan. Okay, these are employee benefit expenses. Employee benefit expenses. Employee benefit expenses. Okay, so next expenses means which one? Employee benefit expenses, then finance cost. Finance cost means here no need of not what not interest on loan. Okay, interest on debenture, that is finance cost. Interest on loan, interest on debenture. Next one, change in inventories. Change in inventories. Change in inventories. So in note you write meaning you write. What does that know? It means the difference between. It means the difference between change in inventories. Meaning, it means the difference between opening inventory of between opening inventory of stock only inventory. Okay, it means the difference between opening inventory of finished goods. Finished goods. It means the difference between opening inventory of finished goods, comma work in progress, and the stock in trade, and closing inventory. Okay, difference between opening inventory and closing inventory. That they are not asking. So to remember difference between opening inventory and closing inventory. Okay, no. So next one, employee benefit expenses. Example, suppose employee benefit expenses 10,000, 20,000, 10,000. So next one, cost of material. Which one? Cost of material consumed. Cost of material consumed. That you know that consumed. Okay, cost of material consumed, purchase of stock. So these are that you know that profit and loss account. This is the main item. Yeah, purchase of stock in trade. Purchase of stock in trade. Purchase of stock. Purchase of goods. Purchase of stock in trade. These are the main items. Purchase of stock. Okay. Okay, now. So revenue from operation, add other income, revenue from operation, add other income, then you will get a total revenue, less expenses, less expenses, employee benefit expenses, finance cost, change in inventories, change in inventories, cost per material consumed, purchase of stock in trade. Then only this much you have to study. 1,50,000 minus these expenses. Then you will get 1 lakh. This will be profit before tax. Profit before tax. Then from that you have to minus less tax. They will give, just to give the question, it is 50%. So 50% of profit before tax. Okay, 50% of profit before tax. This is profit before tax. From that you have to calculate tax. So suppose if it is a 40%, so 40,000. Then the final amount that will be 60,000. That answer is profit after tax. This only the format of revenue from operation. Okay, revenue from operation, add other income, then you will get total revenue. Total revenue. Then less expenses, then you will get profit before tax. Then employee benefit expenses, finance cost, sorry, then we'll get profit before tax, less tax, then you will get profit after tax. Clear, no? You want to turn on your video. Revenue from operation, add other income, then you will get a total revenue, then less expenses, then you will get a profit before tax, less tax, then you will get profit after tax. So did you write the meaning of contingent liabilities? Karthik? Contingent liabilities meaning you wrote, no? Do you write?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next, I will give one problem. So you write this question. From the following information, prepare statement of profits or loss. Down to right. Revenue from operations. Revenue from operations. Rupees 20 lakh. Revenue from operations, rupees 20 lakh. Then other income, 10 lakh. Other income, 10 lakh. Then employee benefit expenses, employee benefit expenses, 21 lakh. Then tax rate, 50%. Okay, revenue from operations 20 lakh, other income 10 lakh, employee benefit expenses 21 lakh, then tax rate 50%. Okay, next step. So this is the question. Then we will prepare statement of profit and loss account. For the year ended, that's for the year ended 31st March 2030. Statement of profit or loss for the year ending statement of profit and loss for the year ended 31st March 2030. First, revenue from operations. Revenue from operations. So it is given in the question 20 lakh. And other income already given in the question, and other income 10 lakh. Then we will get total revenue. Total revenue. Then less employee benefit expenses. Here only one expenses. Employee benefit expenses is given 21 lakh. So you will get 9 lakh. This will be profit, no other expenses. This will be profit before tax. Next, less tax. So the rate of 60%. Profit after tax. Okay. Now next question. Last one. Last question. Revenue from operations. 5 lakh. And the other income. They given percentage of revenue from operation. Percentage of revenue from operations. Percentage of revenue from operation. Percentage is 20%. Then employee benefit expenses. Employee benefit expenses, that is percentage of total revenue. Percentage of total revenue. 30%. Tax rate. Okay. Revenue from operations 5 lakh. Other income, percentage of revenue from operation 20%. Here percentage of revenue from operation. Here employee benefit percentage of total revenue. Okay. Tax rate. So next class we will do this one. Okay. Then after that, major head and subhead, then we can complete this chapter. Okay.